Archos is an old-time player in the Android business, and they still produce pretty beautiful tablets. Especially they surprise us with always something new, like for example a tablet PC with 4G LTE and a dual SIM module inside. So you can actually use this also as a phone if you would want to, and the price for about $100 for 4G tablet is really also amazing. So we have an HD display now inside here, the 80b. The B stands for the second generation, since the first one didn't have that much of an HD screen, but here you can now read it on the back. Here, thanks to our 4K resolution, that we have the HD screen, Bluetooth inside, NFC, dual SIM, really good cameras on the back and the front maybe also, but I'm not sure actually about the camera on the front. It says 2 megapixel, but it's really only VGA if you ask me, and otherwise GPS and everything else is also inside. So let's just unbox it and see what's inside there, and also take a short look at the device itself. I'm a little bit sad that it says that it has GPS in the back and everything else also, but we only have Android 4.4 KitKat, no Lollipop update yet for the Archos 80b Helium. So let me put the tablet to the side and let's see what we get inside the box when you will buy it. So we have some adapters here for your charger. So the charger has the UK and the European adapter here inside, and the charger gives out actually here, once you put on the adapter, 2 amps at 5 volts, which is really a nice number, and you should definitely consider this using this one for also other charging, because it's a fast charger. Also micro USB, of course, quite important, so you can transfer your data. Internally there's only 8 gigs available, of which a portion is of course saved for Android, but you can of course use the micro SD for 10-15 bucks. You get 32 gigs, and that's really quite nice. And then also something to read, but that's again not that important for us. And there's a few languages inside because the pamphlets are really quite thick. I think more than 9 languages here in Europe. My Hungarian language. So, and that's already it from the content. Let's just see what the tablet looks like for you guys. And then we can right away jump into testing it in the next few days. So really slim and not light tablet, because actually the whole back cover is metal. Aluminum, I guess, because that's a light metal, but it feels a little bit cold. Here on the top you have the camera with 5 megapixel and again the flash. The headphone is right here, the speaker here on the bottom. You can see here again the Archos 80b Helium name, and then also micro USB for charging and the microphone right there. The bottom part you can take off, but you can actually take off here the top part, because if you want to put in your SIM cards, you have to do it right here. So here's the first SIM, which is a big SIM, then you have a micro SIM right next to it, and also micro SD, which is even smaller right here. So you can expand that internal memory if you want, and also clip on back here this cover. There we go. So for using it as a phone, it's not that ideal, because as I showed you guys before, the microphone, the speaker is right here on the bottom, but there's also a speaker here on the top, on the front, and also the camera with 2 megapixels, and the microphone was here on the bottom. So actually you could use it as a smartphone like this. I know it's a big one, but in Asia I think this is kind of a trend to have bigger the better smartphones. So let me turn it on. There's an on-off switch right here on the side, and then the Archos logo should appear. There we go. On the other side we have here the volume rocker, and there is not much else to see except for a lot of advertisement here what's inside the box, but you have already read that, everything on the back cover. When we review it, we'll also compare it with similar price, or actually double the price tablets, like here, for example, the Venue 8 by Dell. A little bit more premium, but I think more than double the price. Here, no SIM card detected. Let's unlock, and then you can see here right away the Archos interface, which is kind of boring right now because there's not many apps outside. But here you can see that it's working fast enough, and actually we can just start up the camera. And then you will be able to see that here the back camera is okay. The quality could be a little bit faster, I think you could say, but the 5 megapixel should be enough for full HD video shootings. And then you can also turn the camera around, and then you can see the 2 megapixel camera on the front, which is sadly again not the best camera here, because again this is a little bit slow and the quality is a little bit mushy, but it's alright for just basic snapshots, and for that price that Archos is giving us this tablet, it's definitely alright. So thank you much for tuning in. This was the unboxing of the Archos 80b Helium tablet. B again, quite important, otherwise we'll get a different display resolution and cameras and everything else. Till next time, please again, thank you much for watching. My name is Balazs, and see you guys soon.